Hello, this is Michael from Boomi. In today's video, we'll walk through how to integrate a locally hosted Cobalt CPP model into your Boomi process. We'll cover setting up Cobalt CPP, configuring Boomi's HTTP client connector, and running a test to see it all in action. Let's get started. Here's what we'll cover today. First, we'll install and launch Cobalt CPP. Next, we'll set up the Boomi process and configure the message shape. Then we'll configure the HTTP client connector and operation settings. Finally, we'll run a test and troubleshoot any potential issues. Start by downloading the correct version of Cobalt CPP for your hardware. If you have a GPU, make sure you select the appropriate version for your system. Once downloaded, run the exe in a dedicated folder. When ready, double-click the file to launch it. Now let's launch Cobalt and load a model. Once you open the application, you'll see the Quick Launch tab. Click the Browse button to locate your downloaded model, then click Open and Launch. After launching Cobalt, this will start processing the model, and the browser-based chat window will open. You can now interact with the model directly to test it. Now that Cobalt is running, let's configure the Boomi process. In Boomi, create a new process, add a start shape, and set it to no data. Next, let's add a message shape. This is where we'll define the JSON request body that will be sent to the Cobalt. In the message shape, we'll define the JSON body that tells Cobalt what to generate. Here's an example. Setting stream to false ensures that we get a full response instead of tokenized output. Once the JSON is added, save the message step and move on to the next step. Now let's add an HTTP client connector. In the connection settings, set the URL to the host name of your local AI. Since we're making an API call, let's set the method to post and the content type to application JSON. Next, we need to configure the HTTP client operation. In the operation settings, select post as the method and set the request profile type and response profile to none. Make sure the application JSON is selected as a content type. Once this is done, save the settings. Now let's test our integration. Run the process inside Boomi's test mode and check the logs. If everything is configured correctly, you should see a response from Cobalt containing the generated text. If you don't get a response, check the following. Ensure that Cobalt is running and listening on port 5001. Confirm that the correct IP address used in the Boomi process is the right one for your atom. If the port is already in use, change it in Cobalt's network tab settings. Once everything looks good, you're ready to deploy. And that's it. You've successfully integrated a locally hosted Cobalt model into a Boomi process. Now you can use this setup for AI-powered workflows, chatbots, and other automation needs. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We'll see you next time.